Hi guys, Puddin here with a tactics and strategy video for Pan-Asian destroyers running radar. I'm currently in my tier 9 Pan-Asian DD. Of course, I'm going to show you my captain skills and my modules, but this isn't about the build. The important thing is I am running the radar module. It's the other reason why I have superintendent is to get an extra radar. We are on trap, and usually the strategy is either A, B, or B, C. Now, I believe the southern team has a better chance with A and B, while the northern team has a better chance with B and C. A gentleman in chat says BC question mark. Denny says AB question mark. If you're going to put that out there, put them in one sentence, not twice, because you can see some of our team read the first statement, BC, okay, we're going BC, and then some are going to be going to thinking maybe AB. It does add a little bit confusion at the start. Because you can see I was still trying to make up my mind, but I am going into B. Now, what I want to do here is actually slow down the replay and go over a few things before we start getting into the action. Now, I guess I can't pull up the team panels, but if you notice, there's a smoke cloud starting in the back. The other thing prior to the start of this game, there are 3 guaranteed radar ships on the enemy team. There's a Moscow, Missouri, New Orleans. I believe we have a Missouri, Des Moines, and I can't remember what our other radar ship is. I believe it is also a Moscow. There is a possibility for 4 radar per team, and the Minotaur can have radar, and of course I have radar. So we have 4 radar. Now, what I'm going to do is get into B here and get as close as possible to the island. Now, the thing about running radar with the Pan-Asians, it usually works a lot better in a division. But it can work in solo play if you have good teammates willing to shoot at what is spotted. Now, usually what I find is when people are shooting at the destroyers, the second he disappears, just hit your radar, because most people's guns are looking that way anyways. It usually works out the best for me. That is how I usually push off DDs off of caps without shooting them. Now we're getting back into the action here. But what I'm going to do is send preemptive torps, because what I'm thinking is this guy's trying to smoke in the Minotaur. Getting a Minotaur in here is going to be very, very difficult to get him out. But the enemy is going to make a slight mistake. They are going to go B, C also, which is going to leave anybody that goes to A is actually going to be able to get flank shots. Pop my radar as soon as I noticed the cap wasn't going. I don't open fire right away, but I will open fire right as I'm about to get detected. But this is what I mean by, this is how you get people off of caps with the radar, is everybody shooting at them, and most destroyers aren't going to stick around. Now, the other thing is the guy may not think that it's my radar. He might think it's Des Moines' radar, which means he's going to want to get some distance. Now, as you can see, my torps may have delayed the push from the 2 cruisers getting into cap. Now, I'm not going to bother turning off my AA because I am safely behind silent. Nobody's going to be able to torp me. As there goes what I believe are the Fletcher torps. The other thing that myself hitting this radar is I told our team that both of the enemy DDs are here, which means to shimmy to the north, doesn't have a destroyer to deal with. Now, the Fletcher could have smoked up somewhere and started shooting at things, but he did come in here, and I'm not sure if he's in here to try to help me. We do know the shimmy's gone. I believe the Fletcher may still be in here. But there's definitely other ships in here. So as soon as my radar's back, I'm going to pop it. Now we can see the New Orleans actually has a decent position. The problem with this position is the guys that are getting A on our team are going to have shots into him, and there's going to be nobody there to protect him. I might as well shoot at this guy because, one, he wasn't shooting at me while I am spotted. A lot of my teammates are shooting at him, but he just doesn't seem to be able to hit me. So, I mean, I might as well just start shooting. Get rid of one of their radars. Now, the other thing with running this setup is it's very high risk. And usually, high risk equals high reward. Unfortunately, for this game, it's not. The Missouri takes shots in on me, right called by the battleship. Might as well take me out, but I hit my radar to see what's in cap. If anybody from A can get shots into them, beautiful. I also pick up the Shimakaze on my radar, but what I'm trying to do is get snuggled into this little part of the island so nothing can hit me. I actually did fail to notice the shimmy because I was trying to pay attention to those guys. Now what I'm going to do is utilize the southern part of this island. But what I mean by it is low reward is this game gives you experience and credits based on the percentage of damage you do to ships. So actually by shooting at these destroyers, I'm kind of helping myself, but there's only 2 DDs in this game. Other people are actually shooting at them. But I do manage to finish him off. I am going to get a bonus because it was a tier 10 and I am a tier 9. But you are really not rewarded for spotting. Where you get your reward actually from is you get the win. Winning gives you a bonus in, I believe, experience. I don't believe it gives you any sort of bonus towards credits, but it will give you a bonus to your experience. Now, there is only 1 DD left on the enemy team. My team, I had failed at this time to notice the Fletcher was rushing. Looked at the minimap and noticed that it was last known spot was that he was coming. I repair my engine because the last thing I want to do is have a dead engine. But I'm going to start going to town on this gentleman. Now, luckily for me, the battleship is also shooting at him. I believe the cruisers were shooting at him. But what I'm going to do is eat 1 torpedo on the nose. Now, at this point, I'm thinking, ah, crap, I'm as good as dead, but all their DDs are dead. I felt like, okay, my job's over with. Let me hit my radar as soon as it's up. Let me see where this Minotaur is because it's going to tell our battleship where he is, the exact angle this guy's at. The guys at A should have shots in on him. I drop my torpedoes thinking I'm going to die. And then I get saved by the Moskva. Now, this is the problem of running radar, and what good is my radar now? Anything with smoke is dead. I can outspot any one of these guys. My only fear right now is cruisers and their aircraft. But somebody in chat makes the right call and says, focus cruisers over battleships. The reason this is the right call is because we have the only destroyer left. I can easily take out most of or all of these battleships. It's just going to be, the Missouri may be a little bit difficult due to how close I get if his radar's up, but the biggest threat to me right now is Moskva. due to railguns and the range of his radar outranges my torpedoes. Now, what I'm going to do, because I'm so low health and I have no smoke cloud, I have nobody else's smoke cloud, is I would have to utilize islands to my advantage to shooting. But with planes, I'm being a little hesitant. But you know what? I think we need to slow this down and take a look at the minimap real quick. Now, as we can see, there are two battleships to the north of B. What would that be? The northwest of B. We have an Amagi last spotted way north of B on the B line somewhere. We have the Moskva to the northeast of A, which is kind of why I'm going to stay inside B, because if he radars, it limits his field of view on me. The Zhao last spotted at E was at E9, so he's not going to have shots on me. It's just going to be the battleships. So what I'm going to try to do is stay in between the two islands and be here while making my way up to the north, because that is going to be the best chance for me to do anything. I'm also thinking I need to go Cap C. Now, if you did not know, a full solo cap, is equal to 50% of ship's HP, i.e. for experience. It's how many points you got, it's how many capture points that you have on when it gets capped, is broken down in percentage to ship's experiences to the experience. A lot of this information is on the wiki. It's usually something I hammer home a lot is experiences through percentage of damage done. But now we're going to get back on to the gameplay. Now what I'm trying to do is just utilize my torpedoes to tell me which way ships are going. What I'm going to do is actually look at this Moskva and mash F3 until it says, please shoot this guy, because he is, well, he's the biggest threat to me. He's probably a threat to our Minotaur, depending on where our Minotaur decides to smoke. But you know what? He's annoying to battleships. If he plays it correctly, you know what? He can do a lot of damage before it dies. But this is where somebody in chat says kill cruisers over battleships. You're going to win a lot more games if you can get rid of the cruisers, because cruisers are DPM monsters while battleships are big hit killers. Most of the battleships can handle 2 or 3 big hits. It comes down to, can they handle the DPM a cruiser is putting out. Now I'm making my way up to see there's really not much left for me to utilize my radar or go about pushing DDs around with radar. Number 2, I'd be a little bit more hesitant due to my health. But I got lucky in that every time I was able to use my radar, somebody was able to get shots in. It also gave my team valuable information. The Montana knew exactly how that Minotaur was angled behind B, so he knew how to angle against his torpedoes. The other thing is, it may have forced the Minotaur out, because the Montana coming at him is very scary. Now, I am going to do something after I capture C, and we will get into that after I get into it. But this bore curve first is actually stuck between 2 lips of the island there. Now, my indicator is actually on the curve first. I see he's reversing. I'm like, okay, he's reversing out of being stuck. I'm hitting my speed boost because these are only 10.5 kilometer torpedoes, and I know the way he's going to turn to get out of a situation is actually toward me. I'm debating, do I torp the Missouri or do I torp this poor Kerr first? Now, what I'm expecting the Kerr first to do is to actually move forward, which is why I'm sending my torpedoes this way. I don't know why this game is not showing me what the Kerr first is doing, but really what I'm doing is paying attention to the Missouri. I'm using this island to shield me from the Missouri actually shooting at me. I notice he's shot towards our Conqueror, and I'm trying to get distance away from the Kerr first and myself. But I'm paying attention to the Kerr first in case his secondary starts going on. I'm paying attention to see what's going on with this Missouri. I noticed the indicator went up to 2. Somebody calls out that the torps are going to miss. Kerr first tries for a long range shot. I don't know why the other Kerr first didn't turn his guns to try to hit me. Now what I'm going to do here is slow down, go broadside, and send my torps. Unfortunate to me, this is the only thing everybody can see. But pretty much in 40 seconds, this gentleman is dead. My torps are going to be reloaded. They're going to get there. It's just a matter of who can kill this gentleman. He's also broadside to a lot of ships. But we've all been in situations where we hit some part of the island that it says we're not going to hit. It looks clear. Next thing you know, you're beached. You're having a hard time getting out of the situation. So what I'm going to do is send my torpedoes and actually try to farm a flesh wound. If this guy gets me with the secondaries, great. I'm hoping he gets to close quarters. I hope he kills me. I'm actually trying to get a flesh wound here. I'm going to open up my guns, let loose on this guy. I'm spotted. Somebody in chat's going to call me out for it. But this was my full intention the entire time. I am pretty much giving this to this guy. The other thing this does is this guy was shooting at one of our battleships. Now he has to turn his guns this way. Now my torps are going to make it before his guns can get to bear on me. This guy dies. His secondary is finishing me off, but more importantly, what I did there was, one, I gave somebody in a bad situation a couple flags. Maybe he didn't have them, whatever, but I was trying to get some flags in return too. But the other thing I did is I got the guy to turn his guns away from our ships. It's 3v2. We have 3 of the caps. We are winning. There really is no way to come back, and I even say it in chat here. I will blow it up for you guys so you can see it. But there's no way that these guys can come back and win. We have all the caps. We have all the caps, and right now, you know, I slowed the game down so you guys can see chat, but I'm also going to show the minimap. One battleship is going to the south of B. We have 3 ships. The only thing that they can see was Kerr first, so their guns are looking at the second Kerr first, who is to the north of B, who is spotted. So that guy's going to get focused down, even if it was a little bit tighter. Say they did have a cap for whatever reason. There's just no way they're going to come back, which is why I did what I did. And now, guys, pretty much we're just going to go check out the post-battle results. Now, I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. I hope I did showcase how to use the radar for the Pan-Asian DDs. You kind of want to play maybe a little bit more cruiser-esque, but you do have better concealment than most cruisers, which, you know what, it did allow me to get into a very good position for my radar to be effective. So my teammates can shoot at enemy ships. I believe in this gameplay it showed one of the downsides of running the radar, i.e., I got low health, and there wasn't too much more I could do because I didn't have any smoke to sit there and farm fire damage on any of these ships. But you know what my line of thinking is with all the hydro and radar out there, I kind of set up my Pan Asian destroyers to be kind of DD hunters a little bit, which is why I did have survivability expert, just so I could eat a little bit more damage and stay relevant in this game. We do appreciate all the support that you guys do give us. We do love the replays you send in. The email for that is in the description down below. Remember to compliment good teamwork, good team play. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. The other thing is, I did show this because you guys always hear me saying, try not to be an ass, take the higher road, be a little bit more helpful in the community. And that's exactly what I did for that curve first. Guys in a bad situation, they were going to lose. Throw them a bone. It is what it is. Please hit that like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day.